Hi, hey, hello there. My name is Danny, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. Basically, everybody's new here because I stopped recording on this channel. But if you're not new here, if for some reason you've still been here for the last 2 to 3 years, waiting for me to come back, or because you just forgot you followed me, hi again. Like I said, my name is Danny. I used to do this channel back about 2, 3 years ago. I started it, loved it, had a lot of fun, got pregnant in real life because I got pregnant in a Let's Play unexpectedly. I actually got pregnant in real life unexpectedly. The weird thing about that Let's Play is a lot of things from that Let's Play actually happened in real life, except for getting money. That didn't happen. I got broke. Kids are expensive. So I had a baby. Got engaged, called off that engagement, moved back home to my hometown. Currently live with my mom because I'm close to graduating with a degree. So much has happened, you guys. I have lived 1,000 lives. But this is a Saturday speed build. I used to do that on this channel before. Thought it was a good way to bring it back. I have been playing live on TikTok for the last couple of weeks, so I am actively trying to do more content creation. We'll see where this goes. I'm a mom now, so I basically am a slave to my child's wants and wishes. That's how it happens when you're a parent. I'm okay with that. She's adorable. She is so sassy. It's fun. It's very fun. But this house came into it with zero idea what I wanted to do, just knew I wanted to build something. Get back into the groove of things. It's brick because for some reason I associate the holidays with brick houses, probably because of Home Alone. I can't build a Home Alone house. I admire people who can. My brain, this took me 2.5 hours. And when you see the house at the end, you're going to be like, wow, that took you 2.5 hours. That's a little, yeah, it's a little sad. It's probably a little sad. But I accidentally deleted the steps at one point in time. And then I also had to eat at one point in time, too, because I was very hungry. I had Taco Bell that day. It was pretty good. The inspiration from this house came from wanting to just build a house. There was really no inspiration. I did want this back sunroom. And I tried to make it one of those like sunken sunroom things, but that didn't work. And you'll see, I really struggle with that. It didn't work. I tried making it bigger. I tried everything. But I'll save the sunken sunroom for another build when there's more room, because you needed the platforms to be able to get into the room itself and then also out of the room because I have it going out to the little patio area. This home ended up being a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom family style home. It's got very cozy vibes. It's wood throughout, like it's like darker woods throughout, and then there's a lot of browns and dark blues and greens, and it just feels very like warm. I imagined when I built this house that it smelled like cookies a lot, even though in my brain the dad was like a lawyer and the mom was probably a business lady, so she probably didn't really cook a lot. I guess that's kind of judgmental. You can cook a lot when you're a business lady. My mind, or my theory is that they're just busy, but it's still homey. It's comfortable. And it's not the gray, beige, boring cookie cutter house. It's like got that, like the homes of yesteryear in the 90s. Of yesteryear. The homes that I grew up with and I loved, okay? My daughter's only going to know gray and white. Not for me though, because when I buy a house, I'm buying a house with character. Even if that includes ghosts. I don't care. At that point, I'm haunting the ghosts. So I did this little wooden entrance for this kitchen area, fell in love with it, was like, oh my gosh, I should do the exact same for the living room. And that's what I ended up doing, I think. I changed my mind about these cabinets. They're going to end up being green in the end. I have not played with these green cabinets before. They're the ones from the Raven. I almost said the Raven Hood. Nope, that's a book. And if you want to be emotionally destroyed, you should read the Raven Hood stories, because my best friend was like, do you want to know my Roman Empire? It's these books. But just so you know, it's going to break your heart. And I was like, it can't be that. It can't be that. I've never cried over books. Nope. I sobbed so much that the guy that I was seeing, who I'm no longer seeing, looked at me and he was like, what the fuck are you reading? And if you've ever read those books, how do you explain that to someone, what the hell you're reading? Anyways, you should read the books. Read the descriptions first, because your cup of tea might not be the same as my cup of tea. But if you want to think about a book 9 months after you've read it, that whenever somebody talks about books that destroyed it, you immediately go, read this book, even though it made me cry. It's the Raven Hood series. It starts with the flock. Anyways, back to the cupboards. They're green, not from the Raven Hood series of, Sims games, but from the Life and Death one. I associated with Raven because there's just a raven on it. I think it's Raven. Maybe that's a crow because I think crows mean death. I don't know. Welcome to my ADHD-induced TED Talk. I'm so happy you're here. If you're still here. If you've muted me and played your own music, I support that too. I go back and forth between should I just do music in the background or should I talk people's ears off? No one really cares what I have to say, but I'm going to make you care what I have to say. Here's my stance on rugs. You're going to see it in this house. You should have rugs in every room. There are basically rugs in every room of this house. Because when I didn't know what to put on the floor or how to decorate it, I thought, you know what it needs? Rug. There's 2 rugs in this room. I felt like it was a big room. It needed more rugs, even though it's carpeted. Why I did that, I don't know. Change it if you want to. This is how I built my house. So you can fix it up. This is the little reading nook in this living room because this living room is very long and I didn't know how to use the space right. So I thought, okay, here's where the family will hang out. I even thought about enclosing it with a little bookcase, but you can see I changed my mind. I'm like, that's not going to work. It's a little sitting area with the bookcase and then some plants and it's all cozy. And then I put some kids' toys down because I imagine like mom would sit and read and her children would play with their toys. That doesn't happen until they're like way older, okay? Just so you know. Because whenever I read anything like an actual physical book, my child insists that she comes over and takes it out of my hands. Or she asks me to read to her and then I lose my page because she's not interested in what I'm reading. And some of what I read, I can't tell her. So there's that. But if your children are of an older age, then theoretically you could sit there and read a book while they play with their toys and ask you a million questions about what you're reading. This little walkway into the sunroom that you saw just a second ago, I did think about putting washer and dryer in that, but I ended up putting a washer and dryer in the upstairs bathroom. Now, if you don't have that pack because you're like, why the hell would I want to do laundry in The Sims when I have to do 1,001 laundry things in the real life, you could change it into something different. I tucked it into a little hidey hole in the bathroom because I need to redo the space because I messed it up the first time. So do with that what you will. The parents' bedroom, which is what we're about to do right now, was rather bland. Oh, just kidding. We're not going to do that. We're going to move on to go wallpaper a different room because my brain can't function apparently. This is the twins' room. It does get divided in half, so theoretically speaking, if you were to change around the layout upstairs, you could make this into a 3-bedroom house because there is enough room for it. I decided just to make the kids' room really big, and then I did like their little sleeping area, and then I did a desk area so that they could, work on their schoolwork together. And then I just added random clutter because it needs more cowbell. It's just my version of saying it needs more clutter. So I really like those purple desks, but they weren't fitting with the vibe of the room at first. So I changed them to white because it wasn't the purple that I wanted to. And then I just imagined that one sister was like super into cheerleading and the other sister might be super into art, but they're not like polar opposite things. And then I put that little like city skyscraper thingy there because I was like, maybe she wants to be an architect someday, which I don't even think we have that in the game, but we should if we don't. That'd be a fun job. I mean, somebody's got to be responsible for building all these houses. Here's the bathroom I was talking about. What I'm doing right now will be completely null and void in about 2 to 3 minutes in this, sped up video when I realized that I deleted the freaking stairs to go upstairs. So I had to change this bathroom around. But I love the colors of this bathroom. And I think when I get my own house, because one day I will get my own house, even if I have to buy a haunted one, like I said earlier, I would do the colors like that. The pinks and blues, and it just looks so cute. The parents' bedroom is pretty basic. It's a bed, it's a dresser, mirror, and side tables. But I don't know what to do for the parents' bedroom. Like, I'm going to add clutter. They're parents. Their life is cluttered enough. Their bedroom probably wouldn't be. I mean, I'm a parent. My bedroom's kind of cluttered, but that's because everything that I own is shoved into one bedroom because I moved back in with my mom, which is not fun to do at 31, but honestly, I love my mom, so thankful for her. But I had to do it because life story. Here you go. Okay, I'm in school again. I have to do an internship. Internships are wonderful. 100% agree that internships need to happen, especially for the degree that I'm going for. However, they're made with young adult students in mind, 18, 19 years old who are going to college. I guess in internships you're like 21, but still, I digress. They're made with that in mind. When you're in your 30s and you have children, child written, one child, you don't have the ability to do internships that are unpaid. Well, a lot of the internships that I have are unpaid. So how am I going to afford rent? Short answer, I'm not. Number two, I don't ever want to be financially dependent on a man ever again. Learn my lesson there. Won't do that ever again. So I live with my mom to help with rent, and because I'm going to save up to buy a house, hopefully. One of those haunted houses that are super cheap. This is where I'm going to put that washer and dryer in here. And for some reason, I decided to go searching for a washer and dryer in the rooms, like the pre-made rooms, because I didn't want to search it in the actual, like, individual things. Sometimes I do that. I don't know why my brain thinks it's easier, but my brain thinks it's easier. And it really isn't always, because half the time, I have to keep clicking back and forth between different rooms to find what I want. I do tuck this into a little wall, like I said, so you could put something else here if you wanted to. I just did this because I thought it was cute. I wanted, like, the white slatted door vibe, like closety vibe almost, but I didn't get that, and then the door just didn't look right, so I put curtains up. I'm pretty sure I've done this technique before, and it is playable still, like it's functioning playable. The only thing I didn't play test, which I'm realizing now as I'm doing this voiceover, is the girls' twin beds in that room with the dresser between them. That might have to be changed around. I think I had move objects on when I did that. Pretty sure that I did. It should work in theory, because I think that I've had that do work before, but I don't know. So at the moment that you're hearing this, I have probably gone and play tested this, and in the description I will put whether or not it works. I wanted to do a very big plant moment back here. So in my mind, I imagine this is where their dog kind of hangs out. There's all these plants. Mom might be into flower making because, she, in her free time of raising kids and running a business and reading books, she also does flower arranging. I don't know. It's a multi-dimensionally interested household because our Sims are dynamic. And also because we have goals that we have for our Sims and we're trying to check that checklist. I went ahead and here's this moment where I'm thinking, you know what, I don't want to do brick. Maybe I want to do like siding for everything. Let's do that. And then I realized, oh wait, no, we're doing brick. And here's the outdoor area, which I love though, that little table with the umbrella. It's so cute. Brief moment and pause where I'm thinking about my life choices there. And then I'm decorating out here too. I always like the look of grills. I was going to add like some cabinets and then do a little mini fridge. And then I realized there's a mini fridge built into that, so I don't have to do that. Adjusting the bushes there and probably going to add some landscape. I do add landscaping later on, which was a little tedious because I took the little, what are they called? The little rocks and minimize them and then put them around the landscaping. I love these little playground set kits. They're so cute. I love watching my Sims play on them. It's adorable. Here we are adding in the landscaping. I did not do free landscaping. So the landscaping is a part of the total price of this house, which I believe was 67,010, something like that. I do know it's on a 30 by 20 lot though. And it is available on the gallery. My gallery ID is Danny Banani Boo. Just like my channel name, just like my TikTok. If you want to watch me live, I don't do builds live. I'm playing the 100 Baby Challenge right now live on TikTok. So if you want to check it out there, you can. And then if you think that I should possibly record the lives that I'm doing to upload here because you want to watch them, but you can't really watch them live, which is fair because I usually don't live stream until like way later in the day, like 8 p.m. after 8 p.m., sometimes 9 p.m. because again, I'm a mom. My child goes to bed at 8. So it's a little bit later. I understand. I could always upload them here. But we're about done with this house as I'm sitting here contemplating my life choices with this freaking plant. I'm going to adjust some more of these windows, add some mirrors in, figure out the lighting situation because it's not 100% where I want it to be. And then it's going to be done. And it's going to be livable and playable for you. Again, it's on the gallery. Danny Banani Boo. And I'll be back. I will be back. I have ideas. And I've got Let's Plays. Thanks for watching.
The curtain falls, but I'm still here. The end is near. But don't you fear. One last joke, one final cheer. Oh, we're signing off. We're saying bye, but we'll be back. No need to cry. This is the last lap, the final line. Till next time. We'll shine. We're signing off, we're saying bye, but we'll be back, no need to shine.